Here's what really bothers me. If you just started paying attention to the news and the politics, there is so much about Donald Trump that you wouldn't even know. And by the way, a lot of people pay scant attention to the news and politics, and then they vote in presidential elections. And they may start paying attention now in the couple of months leading up to the election. And people like that, there's a lot they wouldn't know. For example, a lot of people have no idea that Donald Trump was adjudicated as being liable for having raped a woman. People don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Donald Trump is a rapist. They don't know. A lot of people don't know about his massive fraud. And I'm not just talking about election fraud. I'm talking the business fraud for which he owes about $500 million in civil judgments. And by the way, he could have been criminally prosecuted for those instances of fraud, but the district attorney chose not to prosecute him. But he has been found civilly liable for about $500 million in fraud. A lot of people don't know anything about the stolen documents, the obstruction of justice, and all the other criminal charges pending down in Florida. Or if they do, they know very little about it. They know very little about what he actually did to try to steal the election. They do know very, very little about the crimes he committed, the conspiracy to steal an election. They know very little about any of this. And the media doesn't tell them. The media doesn't cover this stuff at all. The media treats Donald Trump like he is just a normal candidate for president. They should be covering this all the time. They should be doing deep investigative pieces about all of these things, deep reporting on all of this stuff, and they don't. They don't even mention it. And when they have a debate in a couple of weeks, do you think Donald Trump is going to get a question about the rape? Think he's going to get a question about the stolen documents and the obstruction? You think he's going to get a question about the massive fraud? Do you think he's going to get a question about any of that stuff? Of course not. He wasn't asked about it during the first debate. Why would he be asked about it now? No, they're just going to ask regular questions like he is just a normal candidate. Our media is absolutely worthless. We have a convicted felon, rapist, fraudster, huckster, running for president, and nobody asks him anything, and they just treat him like a normal candidate. Our media is a disgrace.